Langlois Vital Nutrition Center here with you. Thank you for watching this video. This video is part 3 of what's inside your gut. And if you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, click pause on this one, head over to our YouTube channel, and check out part 1 and 2. In those videos, I go over what the shape of our gut should be and how we build up the terrain within our gut. So if you don't know those things, I'd like you to learn those first and then jump into the material here. In this video, since we've spoken about what's ideal and how to build up ideal, I want to talk about how you could destroy the ideal, okay? How we could destroy terrain so that we avoid doing it. Sounds good, right? There's 2 key concepts that I really want you to understand. First is the pH of our gut. You've probably heard the word acid before. You've probably heard the word alkaline before. Citric acid is what's inside of citrus fruits, and alkaline, like the type of battery you put in your smoke detector. Those are terms that describe pH. And throughout our gut, there is a range of different pHs. It's not just one range. It varies as the food moves through. The idea I want you to understand is if we change the pH away from what is ideal, that's like if you had a brick wall and you poured something corrosive on it. You'd start to break it down. Maybe not all of it, but you would certainly damage it. So we want to make sure that we're not disrupting the pH of our terrain. Now, there's a couple of ways to do that. There's supplement strategies like the Zymex I spoke about. But there's a better strategy that you should do whether or not you're on Zymex. And that's avoid feeding pathogenic bacteria. If you want to destroy the terrain, then you would feed pathogenic bacteria. How do we feed pathogenic bacteria? The first is refined carbs. I know. Everything's about bad sugar and white flour. Kinda is. Those refined carbs love to totally disrupt the pH of the gut. And that's like pouring something corrosive on a wall. It's going to start to deteriorate. And that's what would happen to your terrain. Second part is poor chewing habits. And you probably haven't heard this one before unless you watched my video on parotid PMG. The saliva that our mouth naturally makes is one of the most important steps in digesting carbohydrates, whether they're refined or starchy, they're fruit or vegetables, all of the above. We want to give the saliva that our mouth makes a lot of time to break down those carbs before they even start traveling down to our stomach and onto our intestines. When we do that, we're setting up those carbs to digest ideally. And that does not feed pathogenic bacteria, it doesn't feed the bad guys, and it supports an ideal pH, which is kind of like rebuilding the damaged wall. Now our terrain can actually function the way it was supposed to, doing that slow motion corkscrew effect where we absorb all of our nutrients. So if you want to make sure that you avoid destroying your terrain, you're going to respect the pH of your gut by avoiding refined carbs and doing a whole lot of chewing. Did your grandma used to tell you to chew more? Mine did. She was right. Grandma was right again. Go figure. Have a good day.